Hi everyone, this is Jennifer at the Flute Refinery, and I want to talk about play testing, what it is, why you should know what it is, and why you should learn how to do it. A repair tech and the quality control, the final test in manufacturing, those people are play testing the instrument, meaning they're not trying to make the flute play. They're trying to make it not play. They're trying to put it through its paces to see if there's any slight leaks, if there's any mechanical concerns as you're, moving the keys. When you play the notes, you're not playing a piece of music, you're playing notes at a steady stream, no vibrato, just a strong stream of air. And you are mostly playing in the low register. Most of the leaks, if there are leaks in your flute, most of them will be detected in the low register. And that's where you're going to focus your time in the beginning. If you want to know if it's you or the instrument, you need to know how to test play your instrument. And this is how you start to problem solve. It's how you have a more in-depth conversation with a flute tech, with your flute teacher, with anyone you trust, guiding you through this process. And some of the notes you're going to play aren't notes that you've learned. So for instance, one of the things to check for what we call covering, making sure that the GA keys don't have a leak. You play low D and you bring this key up and down. And if there's any hesitation, when you bring the key back down and you're not pressing like you would if you're playing a piece of music. You're gently, just until you feel the pad touch the tone hole. So go slow, practice it slowly, steady stream of air. You're not worrying about intonation, you're not worrying about vibrato, making the most beautiful note in the world. You just need a solid stream of air, and you want to make sure when you're test playing, you're trying to make it not play. And that is where, and then there's a whole test pattern, and we will walk through that in further videos, what the test pattern is, what finger combinations you're going to do to check for different leaks. And as we go, we will also be discussing each stage of how to test your instrument, which will include checking mechanics, getting your hands on certain parts of the instrument to check for loose keys, lost motion, and we'll talk about what that is, and we'll go through the whole process. And eventually we will get the tools involved in the essential care kit to help us with some problem solving. So stay with me as we continue this journey of learning how to test play, be more aware of your instrument, how it works, and to how to become better connected to your instrument so that you can be a more confident musician and focus on the music. Thanks.